Hi, love. I am about to make a video for you since I haven't for a couple of days. And this one here is in reference to your answers to the problem that you already sent me. This is on 2.5, okay? 2.5. And what you're doing is a fantastic job, Bush. Let me tell you, you are fantastic with capital F, okay? And what you wrote over here on 2.5, so that means that you have to go back to the exercises that you sent me and then work them out again. The one that I'm going to tell you is 1, 3, 5, 9, 13, and 16. Those ones you need to work on, okay? And this is the problem with them. This is, I think, number one, I think it is. Let me see. 3 over, yeah, it's number one. So number one reads 3 over 6 plus 1 over 6. That was the problem, okay? Well, you know this, that one thing that you could do actually, and I would like to show you, is that once you have the same denominator, that means that this here means they're the same. That means the same denominator. In fact, you can say better, the least common denominator. I want you to know that word, okay? Least common denominator. That's the name of it. And then sometimes to make it sure, we call it like this, least common denominator. That means the same, to make it short, okay? But that's what this number means. This is the smallest common denominator. So once you have the same denominator, then you can rewrite this here. You will like this better. Look. There. You can write it that way. In other words, just write 1 6 and then in parentheses the numbers that are in the numerator. These here are the numerator. Okay? So then, of course, here, as you can know, this here is very easy to just do that, isn't it? Yeah? And now you have a multiplication problem here. That's 1. Or you can rewrite it this way here. 1, yeah? That, the same way. Then, to be able to multiply this number and this number here, you simply put a 1 at the bottom there. No. There. You can put a 1 underneath any number, okay? Just like I did here, 4 over 1, okay? And then you multiply this way. This is how you multiply. So it should be 1 times 4 is 4. And then 6 is 6 times 1 is 6. And that's what you gave me, okay? That's what you answer you gave me, which is correct, it's fine. But one more thing that you need to do after you finish is this, baby. You take the 4 and you rewrite it as you know. Well, let me write it this differently. Okay. You could write it as 2 times 2, isn't it better? And 3 times 2, isn't that better? And then you could rewrite them this way. But you already know that this is equal to 1, isn't it? And therefore, the answer should be 2 over 3 times 1, which the answer should be actually 2 over 3. And I don't have space now. It should be 2 over 3. Did you follow? Okay. Let me do another one for you so that you see it again. Okay. Let me rate this here. Oh no, I read the whole thing, but that's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna put we're gonna do this one here. So it says which one was it? Anyways, I don't see it. This one here, okay. It says 1 over 8 plus 1 over 2, okay. The first thing that you want to do here is to see if something already is in common, so the number 8 here, you want to rewrite it as, you know that multiples of that as 1 times 8. The next one should be 2 times 4, isn't it? That's also 8. Do you agree? But notice that by writing it this way, you can see the number that the other one already has. So that means that they have something in common, baby. Okay? So if I write it this way, yeah, which is the same as the number 8 here, this is the first step that you do. Rewrite it to show that you already have something in common. So that the only thing that is not common is this here, then you can multiply that over here. You see that? And then you don't have to do it twice like you've been doing it. So now we have this here now, 1 over 8, and then 1 times 4. 1 times 4 is 4, and then 2 times 4, of course, is 8. Now you have the same denominator. You see that? Same denominator, which is what we've been doing. Always have to have the same denominator. In fact, it's the least common denominator. That's the smallest possible. Okay? And by doing that, you avoid certain problems that you will see later on what I mean by that, but not right now. So now you have 1 over 8 times 1 plus 4, like I showed you before. Just put 1 over 8 and then 1 plus 4, which should be what? It should be 5 times that. But remember, when you multiply this here, you just multiply this way and this way. So the answer should be 1 times 5 is 5, and 8 times 1 is 8. And guess what? That's your solution there. Okay? That's your solution. And it is also in the simplest form. Why? Because you can't do anything else besides that. So I want you to do that when you do this type of problems here, make sure that you rewrite it first to see if there is something in common, like this number here. That's common. So that means that the only number that you need here should be just 4. See that? Instead, the way that you did it, let me show you what you did. This is what you did. You did this here, 1 over 8 plus 1 over 2, and then you multiply this one here, yeah? And then you multiply this one here. Yes, you can do that, but there is a problem. Now you have 2, and then here 8 times 1 is 8, and then 2 times 8 is 16. Now the number is not smaller, the number is too large. So it should be 1 over 16, 2 plus 8 is 10. And 10 times 1 over 16, well, now you have a problem. It's too large now. See that? Now you have to simplify this here, make it smaller. So that will be 10 can be written as 2 times 5. Okay? That's from the tables, baby. And then the 16, you can do 2 times 8. That's 16. Then this here becomes 1. And then here is your answer. But it's the same answer that I already have this here. You see that? But this is more complicated though, because it has too much stuff. So this is not the smallest. This is not smallest, if you will. That means that you need to make it smaller. This is the smallest. The smallest common denominator is 8 and not 16. You see that? That's too large. Okay? Too large, and I don't have space again as usual. I don't know, I always do that. So I apologize for my handwriting, baby, but you know how I am. But are you following my lessons? If you are, you're doing a fantastic job, let me tell you. Okay? And the fact that you're helping your friends, that is wonderful. And it's your own initiative. That is so wonderful. I love you, Pupush, and I love your bear too. Happy Easter, baby.